How do you create long-term wealth? My last question for you is, that you mentioned, the goal of long-term wealth, and I'm often curious because a lot of times the multifamily strategy is somewhat of a big fix and flip. Like you said, it's a value add. You go in, you turn units over, you add value, you force appreciation, like you said, you increase rents, you find ways to, add value to the property.
Mm-hmm.
How do you create long-term wealth? You know what I mean?
Sure.
What's your personal goal look like from a long-term wealth building perspective? Do you want to ever, refi properties and continue to hold them and get the cash flow from that? Or are you looking to funnel the capital that you're making through what you're doing now into other means and things like that for long-term cash flow and all? Like I'm always curious
Sure.
to how people turn those somewhat shorter term. I mean, I'm assuming you're probably in 5 to 7 year range or so for the
Yeah.
typical hold. Five is so, how do you then turn that into long-term wealth without having to do that forever? You know what I mean?
Well, I think there's two parts to your question. One is how does an investor as an LP generate long-term wealth using like a syndication as the vehicle? And then the other part of your question is what am I doing? What is part of
Yeah.
my strategy?